Hello class, we're about to go over how to sign into My Math Lab. The first thing you need to do is of course go back to JetNet, and if you go down to the tab that says Getting Started, you will scroll down until you get to My Math Lab Access Instructions. Now, one thing, before you actually sign into My Math Lab, you're going to need this course code here, this course ID, which is Gibson 62125. Because when you click here on the instructions, I redacted out what the lead faculty had put in their information, but all of the other information is the same for us, except for you need that course ID that I just mentioned a couple seconds ago. Okay, so now we're going to sign into My Math Lab. So you will go to Student, you will scroll down and click on OK, Register Now. You will type in the Gibson, and remember there's no spaces, 62125. Click Continue. Now if you look over here to the right, it gives you the class title, my name, and that the course ends December 17th. Now you have two options for signing in. If you already have a Pearson account, you will put in your username and password. If you don't, you will have to put in create. So if you have the account, put the username and password, click sign in. If you don't, you will press create. And then here you have to put in your email, username, password, first and last name, security question, security answer. Now, as far as your email is concerned, I would strongly suggest that you use an email that you actually check. And with that email, I also would suggest that you use that as your username. Of course, that's up to you, but that's my suggestion. Now for your password has to be 8 characters. It must have at least one letter, one number, and one capital letter, and no special characters. Okay, now I would suggest that you text your username and password to yourself, and then also when you're doing your password here, type it in both times to make sure you got it correct. Because if you ever lose your password, I can't help you with it. You will have to contact Pearson. Now, once you fill out all of this and you do it correctly, you will click on I agree. This next tab, you will only click it if one or more of these apply. And then this last one, basically saying that you don't want to receive any Pearson products. And then you will click on create account. Now, of course, since I am not a student, I can't go past this part. But once you create an account, they will ask you to basically put in your course ID, and if you have your course ID, follow the prompts, put it in. If you don't have your course ID, if you look on that page, you can look around and there's a link for a free 14-day code that you can use. The 14-day code will give you all the accesses if you have the code, but you need to get the permanent code in order to use the course past those 14 days. Now, I want to go over what the My Math Lab will look like for you. So I'm going to go and sign in. Well, actually, I'm already, okay. I will click sign in. Now, typically your username and password will pop up, but I'm already signed in. So you could click here on the course name, and then you all will have assignments. Now, let me go over these assignments with you. First of all, on the side here, it tells you the due dates of all these assignments. The homework is optional because remember I said that in the syllabus that you're not required to do the homework for a grade, but it makes excellent practice. So basically you're going to be graded on your exams and also exam quizzes and your projects. Now, with your exams, you're going to have to use a lockdown browser. So you have until September 20th to test this lockdown browser to make sure that it works on your computer. If it does not, you need to contact me so we can make other arrangements for you taking your exam. Now your exam is on MyMathLab as well. As you see here, we have the quiz that you would need to take, and that's graded. We will have the honesty pledge, and then exam 1, chapter 1. And then you would need the lockdown browser for that. And there's an exam for each of the chapters from chapters 1 through 5. And there's an honesty pledge for each one of those chapter exams. And then remember, you must take it with the lockdown browser. If you don't have the lockdown browser, cannot access it, you need to talk to me about that. Okay, now that is basically it for MyMathLab. And if you have any additional questions, please let me know. Have a wonderful day.